About 3 years ago, I started to have really bad headaches, and I just continued to have the pain. By September of 2020, I couldn't even sleep in my own bed because laying flat just made the pain so much worse. I went to the doctor. They told me that it was probably just because of too much screen time from virtual school. And I kept praying and asking God to heal me, and I just felt like He was ignoring me because nothing helped. And then He gave me a scripture. Psalm 18:30 says, "As for God, His way is perfect. He is a shield to all those who trust in Him." And then on that Saturday, I woke up and I couldn't open my left hand. And my dad massaged my muscles and my hand was eventually able to move again. He assumed that it was just a pinched nerve and that I'd be fine. It really scared me because I couldn't tell my body to do something and it do what I said. I just kept praying and hoping that it was just fine and I was going to be okay. And then on that Sunday, I woke up and it happened again, and I was also not able to walk properly because when I would take a step, my left foot would just drop. And then we went to church, and while my parents were praying, God told them to take me to the emergency room. When I got there, I had a CT scan done, and when the results came back, the doctor told me that I had a large mass growing in my head. At that time, I only felt peace. I knew that I was going to be okay, and even if I wasn't, I'd get to go meet God. I was taken to a children's hospital, and on June 2nd, I had a craniotomy to get the tumor removed. My doctors told me that I would probably be stuck in the hospital for at least a week for recovery. But I hate being in hospitals, so I prayed like crazy. And 3 days after surgery, my doctor released me and I was able to go home. I started 6 weeks of radiation and I lost over a quarter of my hair. My oncologist told me that I would never get it back, but I continued praying and believing that God would come through. And 2 weeks before radiation even ended, my hair started to grow back. And even though I went through radiation and the surgery, I was still having really bad headaches. And I went to my neurologist. They said that all of my scans were fine and there was no reason for me to be having the pain. For prayer and fasting, I decided to give up watching TV because it was the only form of entertainment that I had that didn't make my headaches worse, and I felt like I could have used that time to spend with God. And then on healing night, I came in with the intentions of being pain-free by the end. During the song Good, Good Father, it felt like God just touched my nose or something and all of my pain went away. I didn't even think that it was real, like I was imagining it or something, because it was the first time in 3 years that I felt absolutely no pain. I started crying and then I turned to my mom and told her that all of the pain went away. And then I was just so happy I couldn't stop crying the rest of the service. God hears prayers, all of them, and some answers will take longer to get to you than others, but He will answer you. And God is my shield, and He always will be.